And hello again, guys. We are here for the second match between Pandemic Legion and the R0NIN here. We do have a flagship on the field for R0NIN, and their Vindicator is on the field. So R0NIN realize this one is do or die. They win this one or they go home, and they have brought out the big guns. We have a no logistics setup drone comp for Pandemic Legion that is warped in completely at range, and most of the R0NIN setup is here at 0.
Yep. I think Pandemic Legion had such great success with this yesterday, even though they lost against Hydra. It is a pretty solid setup. I expect to see them do the same thing they did last time. Immediately go after the Logi of Morgul, and once that's done, they can just kite out, kill the support, and be just fine.
And we have the match underway now. We'll see which way these ships move right now. Pandemic Legion dumping drones, and they look like they're starbursting, actually. They're not burning toward. The frigates are burning in as initial tackle, but the rest of the team has starbursted off in every single direction. We do see the R0NIN team burning toward the Pandemic Legion team, trying to intercept something.
For the R0NIN goes down, and they are now going after that Oniro.
That's the Alpha Sentry drones really just putting a ton of damage right away. Webb already on that Oniro's and Morgul, and he's at half armor. My goodness, those drones really just absolutely shred. No armor left for Morgul. Morgul into structure. And this may be the end of the day for R0NIN. My goodness, logistics already off the field. Damp ship already off the field. Pandemic Legion up 20 points.
Doing
the first 40
a really
seconds.
good job at just spreading all of their DPS ships around the field. They are now going after the flagship Vindicator of Rams. He does not look to be long for this world.
My goodness.
After that, they can basically just take out the support. And
we do see a Webb and Scram on the heel of Hadafnat, but I don't know what kind of DPS is going to be left on the field to apply to him after this Vindicator goes down. There's a Proteus and a load of small ships, and the Vindicator flagship is into structure, low structure. He's off the field. That was a flagship down, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a Gila bleeding into armor now, so it looks like the assault frigates perhaps are, we have some assault frigates from the R0NIN team on him, but I think at this point it is too little too late. Executioner to low armor, the first Enyo of Palalko Dwymer into armor. We have the Proteus now for Shivaja, just melting, absolutely melting.
There's so much Sentry DPS coming out of Pandemic Legion. They have a Gila that's going into structure soon, but it's pretty inconsequential. They have so many threats on this team. Everything they have is just a lot of Sentry DPS. It's melting through the support now. You see the Enyo on the R0NIN side entering structure, and he's about to pop. Meanwhile, they might trade an Executioner.
So you wonder about this R0NIN setup. They have Vindicator and Proteus and some assault frigate DPS. Is investing that many points in a damnation, which really serves no other utility besides buffered links and maybe a little bit of E-War in the mids, is it really worth the points?
This setup would be okay if Pandemic Legion had their eggs in fewer baskets. But and you have the Enyos and the Harpies to go out, get tackle for the Vindicator Proteus combo, and they can just dive in and do lots of damage. But when there's, let's see, 3 Ishtars, 2 Gilas, and 3 Vexors, that's 8 different threats that they have to individually track down to be able to apply DPS to. Meanwhile, all 8 of those threats can just drop drones, spread out.
And you can see right there, they are spread completely across the field.
Big blue blocks all around the arena right now.
And all the drones in one spot. That's exactly what you said. They dump their drones, burn out in every single different direction. Blaster boats, short-range DPS have to chase them all around the field, and by the time that happens, they lose everything.
I think this might be Pandemic Legion's strongest setup. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's the best thing they've brought so far. I don't think that Proteus Adrestia setup.
It's an extremely good setup. You wonder with no logistics, is that a risky deal? I mean, it's kind of you win in a certain amount of time, or you're going to start bleeding off damage.
I don't think so, because again, like I said, there's so many threats here, and you have to chase so far in between each threat, and we've seen other Sentry teams come up against it and fare halfway decently, but it's still kind of a risk if you don't know how to go about it.
And a very quick, decisive win from Pandemic Legion.
Yes, 3 minutes, 22 seconds.
Very well done to Pandemic Legion. They will move on to fight against Exodus, is that correct?
We haven't figured that. Yeah, Exodus, actually. Exodus,
So they'll go on to fight Exodus in the Losers Bracket final. We'll pass it back to CCP Soundwave in the studio.